and we are here to reinstate our divine partnership, a sacred union reading for the twin flames. And we're going to be looking at what the divine feminine and masculine current life event is by using just major arcana from these two decks here. And then we're going to be looking at how advice for their physical world, how they are seeing their partner, and advice from their higher self from the Dying Cooper Angel deck. And then we'll look at a message from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realm Tarot Oracle. Just because we're in that season, you know, the thinning of the veil, the Halloween, Hallows Eve, Samhain, yeah, that time of the year when from about October until February, where spirit energy is more down to earth. Okay, it's more felt, and some may see it as something spooky, but it's all how you see it, you know, your perception to it. And be aware, and there's nothing to fear really. But let's get it. I usually don't shuffle in front of the camera, but it's the first time I'm doing this on IG, so I thought I'll let you all see what's up, how I do the thing. But yeah, do check out the YouTube page. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's Rare Kaba Mystics. Okay, let's get the cards. First card for Divine Feminine. Is the one? Okay, strange. Ooh. Wow. We got two cards fell out. Both of them, yes, from two different decks of the same one, the Lovers. And then we have Harmony, which is the same. These are both major arcana, the same major arcana. Okay, Divine Feminine, you on this thing. Ah, yeah. Yes or no? Okay, this one right here. All right, and Divine Masculine major life event. We got Disruption, which is the Tower moment, or the Tower cards. The Tower moment. All right. And you know what? I have my skulls right here. The gold usually represents the masculine, and the silver does represent the feminine. But I usually start with the divine feminine on this side, and divine masculine after. For some reason I didn't want to change the thing, so read it as you will, okay? Because it's good for you all to practice your own intuition, even though you go to readers to check out the vibe, the energy, whatever's received from your energy as well. Trust that. Underneath the deck we have Solitude, and Solitude is that Hermit card. Is that going within to you know, get that innate wisdom. Okay, yes, that looks like the book of life right there. And solitude is much needed when you're going through this journey. Like, you need to take time with yourself, to be by yourself and get to know yourself. And that 9 today is actually a 9 vibrating day as well, 27. And it's all about, you know, getting to know what is no longer needed to bring in what is needed. Yes, and I did a little hair ritual just now, and it was a beautiful thing. Yes, much needed, you know, time to release and let go to bring in the new. And sometimes it may seem like a sacrifice, but it's usually much needed, right? Use your strength. So, let's see. Divine Feminine, what is the physical world advice for you right now? Faith. We have faith. So I'm recording for both YouTube and IG here, so bear with me. And how they see the divine masculine, we have Archangel Gabriel. Okay, beautiful. And higher self guidance. We have kindness. Okay, divine masculine. Physical world advice. We have laughter. and how they see the divine feminine, introspection, and higher self guidance. Beauty. Okay. Okay, that's card for divine feminine. We have the sun dances. Allow challenger. That's a challenger for you. And the divine masculine, the lady of the gift. Allow challenger. Challenger for both of you. Okay, we have 32 and 20. Interesting stuff. Underneath the deck, we have the spiral dancer. Okay, so let's have a look. Divine feminine. We have the lovers coming in strong. Okay, it's like you don't know that divine partnership is where you're at. Divine partnership, what you know is best for you. You're not down for the mundane relationships anymore. You've gone within, even though when you may have gone through the stage where like, oh fuck this ain't coming through, this man don't take note, and man or woman, because we fluctuate within the energies. This person is not taking note. They don't have no manners or respect for this connection, and it's like but you know that in your hearts of hearts, you rather be with someone that is divinely guided for you, divinely ordained for you, rather than just be with anybody and get them sucked into your marvelous web. Okay, and I get that for real, because you don't want no fatalities out here, right? Yes, and because it's going to be a much more bliss filled relationship, and you have to take time to work on your isms and schisms as well. Yes, and you've been through enough relationships to know like what is truly for you is always best. And you're working your yin and yang side, finding and knowing that the integration has to start within, knowing that you have both masculine and feminine energies within you. And you must utilize them both to really thrive and not just survive, And you've been guided to do so. We are in that integration month as well. Okay, beautiful. And for the physical world advice, you have faith. And the affirmation, I have faith in the support of the universe. Yes, keep working and keep knowing that you are divinely guided towards this relation. Okay, and it's meant for you, it will be for you. And it's not about having blind faith, it's about doing the works, making sure that you got works to do. This is why you haven't come into union yet. Get that work done, check yourself. Release all those patterns. Okay. Peeps on IG, you're gonna have to catch the rest of this on the YouTube page. I hope you enjoy so far and do come over and watch it fully. Ari, ciao. So yes, we have to keep the faith, know that this is gonna pan out, but you also have to follow the steps that you are guided to. Okay. And how you see your partner, you have Archangel Gabriel, which is a lovely card. This is affirmation is I am pure and light. Archangel Gabriel governs people that are speakers, that have, are orators, that have to speak in public and speak to others. And as a twin flame, you are, you're ordained for that. You have to reach masses of people. And Gabriel always comes in to help you, reinstate your grace and purification. It helps you release, non-conducive thoughts. Works really well with Archangel Michael for that, to release thought patterns and attachments, wayward ways of thinking. Okay. And you're seeing your partner, doing so, releasing old ingrained like ways of thinking, ways of doing things, and coming into a more graceful state, more purified state, really attuning to the innate self. Beautiful. And your higher self message, you have kindness. And the affirmation is, I am kind to myself and others. Always remember to be kind to yourself first and foremost, and others thereafter. It's a must that we understand that it has to be self first, and self first doesn't mean selfish, and it may seem like self-serving, but yes, we have to serve ourselves before we can serve another. You know that saying that you have to have your cup full before you can fill anybody else's cup. Otherwise, you'll soon run dry, and then who's going to fill you up? You can't expect others to do things for you. You are the best one to do whatever it is that you need for you. So yes, be kind, but be kind to yourself first and foremost. Give love to yourself. Say kind, whoa, affirmative words to yourself. You know, do kind things to yourself. Treat yourself. All right. And then we're going to move on this side before we touch on the wisdom of the hidden realms cards. Okay, so divine masculine we have here, disruption. 16. 6 and 1 is that 7 vibration. It's that going within, and disruption is that Tower card. It's that needing to, break down old foundations, and seeing that divine masculine is going within. And even though at one point they may have felt like, nah, they're not going to break down no foundations. Like, this is what I've been building. This is what I know. This is what I like. They're realizing there's a need to shake that ish up. Okay, because it's been shaken up since they've been waking up. Okay, since their soul tapping right now, since the connection with you has come into play, they've been feeling this need to grow. They were trying to fight it for a minute, but now they're actually letting go. They're releasing, they're letting it all crumble down, because they know how to build back up now. They've had the first-hand experience of how to build for themselves, literally. And so now they know they can rebuild anything, and they can rebuild better. Because even looking back in hindsight, they've seen the potholes as well. They've seen the kinks in the armor type thing, and they're looking forward to building that. Even though they don't feel like they're showing much of that, but they're definitely looking forward to rebuilding a stronger, firmer foundation. Okay. So in the physical world, advice for divine masculine, we have laughter. Okay. And the affirmation is, I see humor in everything. Yes, divine masculine has been asked to just lighten up a little bit. Lighten up, definitely. Laugh more. And not at the expense of others, not at crud things, like real laughter. When you're feeling down, laugh at yourself. Just know that this is a passing phase, and like, it's okay that you didn't know it all. We're all here growing, learning. If we had known it all, then we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here, because this is the playground for us to learn, to get to know, show and prove. It's my earring, but moving about there. Okay. Take time and relax and enjoy moments. And in the moment of laughter, you are lighter, you are brighter, you emanate more light and bright energies, i.e. the angels, and they can come in and whisper the next move for you. So enjoy that time. Take that time. And how they're seeing the divine feminine, we have introspection. Affirmation is, I claim time and space for myself. they've always known you to be, or they've always known the divine feminine to be able to do that recluse thing very easily. And I feel like the divine masculines have always been more out there in the world naturally because the masculine is the go-getter, so they always have to interact with people. But they're seeing that as a much needed thing for them as well. They're learning how important that is to to be introspective and to take that time alone. Okay, similarly, like the card that we have underneath the deck, which is solitude. You know, they're coming into an understanding how important that is, and they really can almost analyze, ascertain what is the next best move forward with that. And they thank you, divine feminine, for being that light for them, to show them that way. Because I feel like, yes, they've taken time to themselves. They can easily go without being around people, but they're not really doing the internal work. They're just doing whatever else needs to be, whatever there is they do to fill their time. But taking that introspective time is different to just being alone, and they've deciphered that. And I feel a thankfulness of that from or to the divine feminine. And seeing you do that, realizing that you do that, helps them to do the same. I was gonna say do. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, because they're naturally a mental science, so they can tackle things a little differently. Because feminine is more of an emotional body. Okay, so the higher self guidance for divine masculine, we have beauty, and the affirmation is, I recognize my beauty and that of others. Yes, just realizing that your beauty exudes from within. It's not what you look like, it's not your aesthetics, it's who you are. And the most beautiful state is when you're truly, honestly, your innate self, your whole self, your holistic self, not being like everybody else, but being that true king, which means leader, leading yourself and others, but not following, and not just being because the sake of it, not being just a rebel just because, but being a rebel with a cause. Because divine masculine, you are here to be a rebel, but with a very just and high ranked, highly ordained cause. Uplift humanity, remember. Help us move into this new golden age, the Aquarius one. Okay, so be uniquely yourself, most definitely. Realize that there's so much beauty in that. And no one can ever shun you when you're just being 100% yourself. By first loving yourself, taking time to love yourself, getting to know who you truly are, physically and psychologically. Okay, and then always striving to be your unique higher self in all situations. All right, beautiful. So let's look at the messages for divine feminine. We have the sun dancer, number 32, from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. And it was a challenger for you, ally or challenger. Okay, and it says the sun, number 32, which is that 5 vibration, learning lessons, earning blessings, being adventurous, um, also about changes, breaking away from status quo. And we have the sun dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life or abundance. As a challenger, it says, beware of losing yourself in your dreams of the future when the sun dancers come to challenge you. The message is sweet and simple. Stop what you are doing and go have some fun. Celebrate what is and don't worry about what will be or what could be. Be here and now. Just be, just for today. You will find your answers, but only after you've made time to play. Tomorrow, after all, is another day. and the sun will rise again to shed its warmth and light, and all that needs clarity, you can count on it. And that's beautiful. Like, it's funny because the message that we had here for Divine Feminine with the lovers coming out twice. Yes, we know that you are that upright kind of gal or guy, and yeah, we want that divine love, but also enjoy your time and spend some time with others as well. Because I had a little conundrum with this myself. Like, I wasn't trying to like keep myself and not, but I wasn't trying to date everybody as well. And it was like I had to find a balance with that, and I realized that it's about me still being free and like flirting almost with others just to give them a little joy and peace, and doesn't mean that you have to go and open up to everybody in that way. And my flirting is just complimenting people, you know giving people that nice, that good vibe, because you naturally exude that, you have that natural charisma to do so. And yeah, definitely enjoy, because Divine Feminine is building right now. Is she's not focused on this union, she's focused on our healing, and on building the legacy with or without divine masculine. So yes, keep working, but also remember, especially in this Virgo season, that we must always take time to have fun. Okay, take time to tick off the inventory list. You've worked for such a time. Now take a break. Enjoy that break fully before you get back to work, because that's how you're more productive. Because after a certain time, you become less productive if you're just working like on the treadmill. You know. I remember even with the laughter card that Divine Masculine got in the physical world, it's about laughing at yourself and finding that lightheartedness, because that brings in the angels, helps you make the next move much clearer, much easier. Okay. Oh, there's more. What's okay? That is said. If you, oh, that was 33. Excuse me. Okay, no, that was it. So for Divine Masculine, you can have the Lady of the Gift. This is number 20. And you also had it as, if you want to see, look closer, you also had this as a challenger, and we shall read. Now I'm using the right heads, the gold for the masculine, the silver for the feminine. That's naturally the minerals that represent the sun and the moon. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. And as a challenger, the Lady of the Gift says that the act of withholding isn't welcome in her world. In fact, withholding information is another way to lie. I always say that. I hate that. This is good. Are you doing this? Perhaps someone is doing it to you, withholding something in order to keep you manipulated and controlled, so you believe deep down you're not quite good enough. Now is the time for you to address the concept of withholding. If you see this in an aspect of your life, it is time for a change. Giving to others with the idea of getting something in return is also being warned against here. The best way out of this mire is to give with honesty and with an open heart and without expectation. The Lady of the Gift challenges you to be generous and compassionate. You can always start again. So on par, because with the disruption card that we have here for the Divine Masculine, like it definitely speaks to me about, before there was definitely a holdback. There was like this hand locked right here in the heart. Wasn't trying to give no way, no edge at all. And I did the weekly divine what's up with the divine partner, and we had this no holds bar kind of energy, ready to just release all, because there was a time when they were just not trying to speak, and even though they was watching, even though they were observing, even though they were feeling, even though they were thinking about it all, they weren't making moves. And like, just as it said in the card, withholding is just as good as lying, you know and withholding is never a good trait, to be honest. Be open and free. The golden Aquarius age is all about that, being open and free to be who you are. and always your highest elevated self, from your soul's knowing, from your innate being, you know, and not being afraid of anything, because there's nothing to be afraid of. There's only lessons to be learned and blessings earned once you get those lessons. Okay. Yeah. Boom bam. Thank you, ma'am. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Final advice for the divine feminine, divine masculine I'll be taking on myself. I hope I do this too. Is that we know what's up. Like, keep building, keep working on ourselves. Definitely take time to play and be of the light and have fun. Okay. Along the building, along the healing, like have fun. And all of that brings us closer together. Keep doing what you have to do and don't hold yourself back in any way. That's for the both of us. Don't hold. If someone comes to you feminine, like, seeing like they want something from you other than, the friendship, you can talk to them. It doesn't mean you should go one into the relationship. I think you know that already, that you wouldn't do that anyways. But it's up to you, of course. But definitely, like, teach them what you know, rather. Anybody that come into your sphere is golden. So teach them what you know. Maybe they come in with a certain aspect in mind, but it doesn't have to fold out that way. But again, teach them what you know. And divine masculine, like, again, withholding is just as good as lying. And we don't want to be seen as liars now, do we? So, because with that kind of, when you're withholding one thing, it kind of trickles around everything else you're doing. Okay? So be open, be honest with yourself first and foremost, and with others thereafter. And you don't have to fear nobody, no thing of what you want, what you don't want. It's your life. It's for living. You know? Be of your highest deed and all will be blessed. Peace. Have a great one. Until next time. Ciao.